Osenu, why do you think Daddy warned us not to buy Aimu's food again? Is it because Daddy suspects her to be a ghost? I am confused, but I really like her food. What should I do now? Osenu shifted uneasily on the wooden bench, his eyes darting toward the marketplace where Aimu, the beautiful food seller, stirred her steaming pot of jollof rice. Her laughter rang like bells, her eyes glowed like embers, and everyone who tasted her cooking swore they felt warmth in their soul. But strange whispers filled the village of Iketon. They said no one knew where Aimu came from. They said she walked alone at night, singing to the winds. They said her food was too sweet, too enchanting, food only a spirit could prepare. Still, Osenu's heart beat faster each time he saw her. Was Aimu truly a ghost? Or was she a woman carrying a secret too heavy for the world? That night, under the shadow of the Iroko tree, Osenu would make a choice that could bind him to love or to the spirit world forever.
How to create African folktale story with your phone. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how I use just a phone to create this story that you are currently watching on the screen. So I've been making a lot of tutorials on this channel, and most of the time it's on the laptop, and I've been asking myself, what about those who do not have access to laptop? How would they also create a video with their phone and publish it on YouTube? Because I remember when I started making YouTube videos, I was using just my phone to create my content, to create my videos. So it's possible you can use a phone to create videos and publish on YouTube. So this particular story that you're currently watching, I use just the phone. So I'm going to take you through the entire process so that if you're planning to start making YouTube videos with or without a laptop, you can still create videos for your channel. Let's get right into the video. My name is Debbie, and all I do on this channel is to talk about AI tools, how to use AI tools, and also share tips and tricks to help you grow your faceless channel. Let's get right into the video. So the first thing that you need if you want to start making stories is your script. Now, I don't encourage you to go to just ChatGPT or any AI tool to just tell the tool to write the story for you. You first need to come up with your story idea. So the first thing you need to do is to get the particular AI tool that you want to use. But for my case, I'm going to use ChatGPT to do that. Go to your Google Play or App Store to download the ChatGPT app. Now, when you open to ChatGPT, come to this section where we have ask anything here. This is where we are going to enter our prompt. Now for the prompt, I've drafted a prompt already. So let me go to my Google Docs and take you through the prompt. So this is the first prompt. So this is the prompt I'll be using in ChatGPT. For your story to be able to stand out, you need to first come up with the idea. Just anything. Just think about anything. Remember your old school days, how you used to write your essays in schools. That's the same thing. Just come up with any story idea, whether funny, horror, or any interesting thing that comes to your mind. Bring it out and let ChatGPT develop it into a story or a full-fledged story for you. That is when you are able to get a genius story or extraordinary or an exceptional story. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is to close the gap and then copy my prompt. Okay, copy the prompt like this and go back to ChatGPT. So this ChatGPT, we are going to paste our prompt here like this. Let me quickly take you through the prompt. Turn this into a very emotional, beautiful story script for me. Start in a way that will keep my viewers hooked to the story and eager to know what happened. Hence, watching the story from the beginning till end. The settling of the story should be from African, inspired by traditional folktale. Use a very simple English name that AI can pronounce. Let the story be in a novel-like manner. Avoid putting narrator and scenes. Also, in a place where there is conflict, betrayal, or hardship, use words that are gentle and in line with YouTube community guidelines, so the story will not be deleted or get strike on YouTube. So this is a story idea I added to the prompt. So the next thing I'm going to do is to click on the command button and wait for ChatGPT's response. So you see, because you already have your idea, it makes it easy for ChatGPT to develop it for you. I'm sure you're going to like the storyline. Okay, so now let's look at what ChatGPT has written. So let me take you through the story idea. Okay, in a village, there lived a girl known for her kindness and beauty, and her closest friend who had worked with her since childhood. They shared secrets, laughter, and dreams under a shade of old baobab tree. One season, a mysterious traveler from a distant land came to the village with stories, charms, and heart full of hidden intentions. His arrival tested the bond between the two friends, turning trust into doubt and love into rivalry. But the ancestors, through whispers of nature and wisdom of the elders, reminded them that choices made in anger always leave long shadows. So now you can see what ChatGPT has written for me. I really like something about this script or the story ChatGPT has written for me. You can see that because of the way I described the prompt and also asked ChatGPT to write a story for me, ChatGPT did not use the generic introduction that you normally see when you ask ChatGPT to write a raw story for you. Okay, so you can see that ChatGPT started with the sun rose gently over the small African village, painting the sky in shades of gold birds and sang as if they carried messages from the ancestors. So you can see that usually if you ask ChatGPT to just write a story for you, it often starts with in the heart of, in the land of, in the village of. But you can see that because I asked ChatGPT to narrate the story in a novel-like manner and also told ChatGPT to start with a hook, there was nothing like in the heart of or those generic introduction that ChatGPT has been using. Okay, so that's one thing I like about this story. So the next thing you're going to do is to tap on the story like this and click on select text so that you can be able to select the text only from the response. So we're going to select it from the beginning to the last word. So this is the last part. So this is the last part. We're going to copy it, click on copy, and then paste it in your Google Docs. So we are going to go back to our Google Docs like this and paste our script. So now the next thing you're going to do is to convert our script into a voiceover. You can use 11 Labs or any voice generator of your choice. But if you decide to go for 11 Labs or to use 11 Labs, make sure you use the premium voices. Don't use the free voices, okay? So because we are not on the paid version, I recommend we use another AI tool to generate the voiceover. Another reason why we are not going to use 11 Labs is that even if you decide to use the free voices, you are limited to number of minutes in a month. When you finish exhausting those minutes, you cannot be able to generate another voice over again unless you wait for the next month. And if you are creating this for YouTube, then you cannot wait for the next month before you create the next voiceover for your story. So we are going to use another free AI tool to generate our voiceover. It is completely free, and that is climpchamp. So go to your browser and open to climpchamp here. So now when you open to climpchamp, it's going to tell you that this app is not designed for phones, it's only for desktop. So for you to be able to have access to climpchamp for free on your phone, come to the top where we have this toggle and click on it and look for desktop site. This is where we have the desktop site at the down here, and select it to give you access to use the climpchamp. Now you will need to sign in with your Gmail or your Microsoft account. So just follow the process to select your Gmail account and sign in. Okay, now if you sign in, it's going to bring you to this interface or this page. We are going to select one of these options to generate our voiceover. So this is what we need: text to speech. Click on the try it button down here. Okay, so now you can see that the interface is in a portrait form. We want it in the landscape before we can be able to use it well. So what you are going to do is to tilt it like this to make it wide. So turn your phone like this so that you can be able to use it well. Now the next thing you are going to do is to scroll down and click on the create button. So this is where we are going to paste our text. So I'm going to click inside this box and paste my text. One thing about climpchamp is that you can only generate up to 10 minutes per time. So if your script is more than 10 minutes, you will have to generate the voiceover in batches. So then the next thing you are going to do is to select the voices. Now, since this is an African folktale story, we are going to select the language. So bring your cursor to the top here and click on the language. So now you're going to select the language. When you click on the language, you will notice that because we are using the phone, the keyboard has covered the entire screen and you cannot be able to access the language. So what you're going to do is to tilt it into a portrait form to give us access to the language option. So we're going to tap on it again like this. Zoom in a bit and then click on the language. So what you're going to do is to select the language, and that is English, but we need to choose an accent. So we are going to use English Nigeria. So when you click here, here, it's supposed to give you a drop down for you to have access to all the languages. But if you don't get the drop down, you can select English United States and edit this part, the bracket part, and type Nigeria or Kenya. If you are doing it on the desktop, you see all the list. But since we are using the phone, we are going to face these challenges. So we're going to select English Nigeria. You see that the moment we type Nigeria, it has selected, it has bring it out. So then the next thing you're going to do is to choose a voice. Click on the voice like this, and you're going to get voice over options here. We have Ada here. Let's click on the Ada first and click on hear this voice. So let's go through the voices.
Choose from a variety of voices to help you create a story worth
Then
sharing.
we have another one. Let's try the second option.
Choose from a variety of voices.
Okay, so let's go with the second voice, the female voice. And then the next thing you're going to do is to come to the advanced and set your pitch. So if you like the default pitch, then you go with it. But if you do not like the default pitch, based on the storyline, if it's an emotional story, you select something that matches that. So you click on it like this and click on extra low, medium, high, extra high. So depending on the storyline. Now the next thing we're going to do is to tilt the phone again and then scroll down to the last part where we have our text. Click on the preview button and click on the save button to generate your voiceover.
Birds sang as if they carried messages from the ancestors.
So this is how easy it is to generate your voiceover for free with climpchamp. So this is where our export button is hiding. We are going to click on it. This blue button, that's the export button. We are going to click on it to export our audio to advice. So we are going to choose one of the video quality. This is not a voiceover. This is an MP4 file. So we are going to choose the lowest because the only thing we need is just a voiceover. So choose the 480p like this and export it to your device. Right, so now that we have generated our voiceover, the next thing we are going to do is to generate our images for the story. So for the images, we are going to use this prompt. So let's go back to my Google Docs and select one of the prompts that I drafted. So the next thing I'm going to do is to copy my image prompt. So this is the image prompt. I'm going to copy it like this and add my script. Okay, so this is a script. Beneath it, I'm going to add my script to it, but before I add the script, I need to put it in quotes. So I'm going to add a quote here like this and also close it at the down here. Okay, so it's already closed. So I'm going to copy from the image prompt that I have here to the last end of the script. Copy everything like this and paste it in ChatGPT to give us the image prompt. Come to the prompt box here like this and paste your prompt. So now there's a prompt I asked ChatGPT from the script, create 15 images prompt that I can use to generate visuals for the story. All characters should be represented as Nigerians to ensure the culture is reflected in the description. Make each prompt vivid, specifying facial expression, environment, actions, and clothing style. Now there's a script. The next thing I'm going to do is to hit on the command button and wait for ChatGPT's response. Now, if you are able to draft your image prompts like this, ChatGPT will be able to give you detailed image prompt for each of the scenes without missing or skipping any part of the story. So you will see that each part of the story will have an image representing it. Now I decided to use just 15 images because the story is a short story. But if you have a long story, make sure that you ask ChatGPT to give you more image prompt. That's the only thing that you need to do to make your story interesting, and at the same time to be able to qualify for monetization, because of this new YouTube monetization policy. If you are using just few images for a long story, a story of about 10 to 15 minutes, if you are using just few images, you are going to have issues with monetization. Okay, so make sure you ask ChatGPT to generate a lot of image prompt for you so that you can use it to generate your images. So now the next thing I'm going to do is to copy all my image prompts. Click on the select like this and copy everything right from the beginning to the end. So we copy everything and click on copy. Now we're going to paste it in our Google Docs so that we can be able to access it easily. We're going to paste it here like this. Now that we have our image prompt, the next thing we are going to do is to generate our images using another AI tool which is free, and that is Piclumen. You can use Piclumen, you can use Leonardo, you can also use VIA AI, you can also use Designer or use Meta AI depending on the AI tool that you are comfortable with. And you can also use imagefx. It gives you more realistic images. So depending on the AI tool that you are comfortable with, but I've made a video on some of this AI tool. You can check the playlist in the description section, and you'll be able to access most of these videos that I made on that. But if you like this video, what you can do to support me is to click on the like button and also click on the subscribe button, okay? And leave a nice comment in the comment section, because that's the only way you can motivate me to create more. So now the next thing you're going to do is to open the Piclume app. So if you don't have access to Piclume, go to your Play Store or your App Store and look for Piclume. So this is the app. Click on it like this and open the app. Easy to use. Okay, now come to where we have the create button and click on create and start generating your images. So we are going to copy our first prompt like this. So this is the first prompt. Just copy it like this and go back to Piclume like this and enter your prompt here. Simple, right? So after you enter your prompt, the next thing you're going to do is to click on this 3 lines here, tap on it like this and select the image model that you want to use. So here we are going to click on the model and choose one of the models. So we are going to use a Flax 1 Chanel here and choose the aspect ratio. Since we are creating this for YouTube, we are going to click on 16:9 aspect ratio, and also click on the number of images you want per time. So we want 2 images. We are going to click on create button to generate our image. Okay, while we wait for Piclume to generate the image for us, we are going to copy our prompt and come back. I'm sure by the time we come back, the image has been generated for us. So let's copy the second one like this. So enter your prompt here. So all we are going to do is to click on this arrow to generate our next batch of images. Now let's go back to our image prompt and copy the third one. So you follow the same process to generate the rest of your images. I can't take you through the entire generation. If I do that, we are not going to end this video now. I've been using Piclume for some time now. By these days, I think they have put some few limitations on Piclume. If you're using it and it's not working, you're not getting the number of images you are getting, you need per day, then try imagefx or try via AI. I'll be making a tutorial on that very soon. So the next thing you're going to do is to click on your image like this and click on the download button. Click on these 3 dots by it and then click on the download button like this and download it into your computer. Then we close it. Then come to the second image, click on the download button again and download the image to your phone. Now that we have our images ready, we also have our voiceover ready. The next thing or the final thing we are going to do is to put all these clips together plus our voiceover, merge everything together using an editing app of our choice. For the editing app, I believe you know, right? We are going to use CapCut, but if you have any other option, go for it. Okay, I think I'm really enjoying using the phone, so that is why you can see this great smile on my face. Okay, so we are going to go to CapCut. So open to CapCut and click on new project like this, and then when you click on new project, it will take you to your device to start selecting the images or the things that you want to import to CapCut, and then click on the add button at the top here. Just click on the add button to import it to CapCut. So the next thing you're going to do is to go through the arrangement on the timeline. If that's not that's not how you intended to arrange the image clip, then you can make some few changes to it. So assuming I want this one to come before the second image or the first image, I'll just tap on it and lift it and then rearrange it on the timeline. Simple, right? Now the next thing you're going to do is to import the voiceover that we generated using climpchamp. Just click on the add button and add it to your timeline. So now that we have our voiceover, we also have our images on the timeline. Make sure you play the video to match the voiceover that you have on your timeline. So now that we have everything arranged, the next thing we are going to do is to add transition and also add some video effect. When you're done with all these designs, you can go ahead and export the video to your computer, choose the highest resolution available and export the video. And when you're done, you can go ahead and upload the video on YouTube and start making money with it. So what do you think about using just your phone to create this entire video? You can go ahead and share your experience with us in the comment section. If you have missed a previous video that I uploaded on this channel, that video is popping up right now. Click on it and watch. I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye bye.